you very much. My question goes to the two presidents, Excellency Mahama and Excellency Tshisekedi. And what we've listened today is that the global system, the international system is changing in contested ways. But at the end of the day, as a believer in multilateralism, there's consensus that there's need for strengthened multilateralism. So the question to you is, do you believe that regional organizations, as they are right now, whether it's EAC, SADC, or the African Union, have the credibility to help you or all of us address some of the challenges that we face? And are there complementarities with the UN, with the reformed UN system right now for that to be able to happen? Thank you.
I think that the United Nations should be strengthening its partnership with the regional economic communities. I was going to make a comment about peacekeeping and saying that it doesn't work in every circumstance. There are circumstances where the UN cannot restore peace because there's a violent situation taking place. I remember with ECOWAS, when we had the Liberian Civil War, it took ECOWAS to form the ECOWAS Monitoring Group, ECOMOG, to go in while fighting was taking place, secure the port area, inject ECOWAS forces in there, and protect civilians and push back the rebels and create a safe zone. It's very difficult to insert a UN force into a situation like that. And so I do think that partnerships with RECs are important, and we must bring those closer. But for instance, right now, 3 of our neighbors, the Sahelian countries, are breaking away to form their own alliance. And that is because of the Islamist jihadist insurgency that is taking place. We could do a multinational joint task force, but our economies require those resources for healthcare, for education, and to provide other social services for our people. And so unless we got resources from an organization like the UN or the AU, it makes it difficult for us as a regional organization to make any intervention. And so I think that there should be stronger partnerships going forward between the regional economic communities and the United Nations.
Thank you. You want to respond?
Oui. En fait, j'ai tout.
Yeah. I think that the UN itself has carried out many reforms in terms of trying to increase efficiency in all the agencies that it has. But one place that has remained static, archaic, and moribund is the Security Council. The developing world, the third world, have been advocating constantly for a reform of the Security Council in order that it responds to the realities of today's world. Unfortunately, we're not speaking with one voice. I think that the main issue that is a stumbling block to the reform of the Security Council is the question of the veto. And so I think that, one, let's expand the council, let's add additional permanent members, and after we have expanded the council, we can discuss the veto. The veto should not be a stumbling block in adding permanent members to the Security Council. But that is one aspect of the United Nations that is in need of urgent reform in order that it can respond to today's challenges. The UN becomes more relevant even today in a fragmented world, because when there's fragmentism, we need more multilateralism. We need more global cooperation. We have more challenges today, climate change and all that. We need to work together. We can't leave this planet. This is the only planet we have. And the only way we can save this planet is if we're working together. And that's why the UN is even more important today than it was even after the end of the Second World War. And so we need to take the bull by the horns. We need to reform the Security Council. And we all need to work together to make this planet habitable for us.
Yes, we hope that there is progress, and thanks for this commitment to the UN world. Not everybody does that these days. President Tshisekedi, you have in your country one of the longest serving missions of the United Nations, has been